Okay, I'm gonna string a Babolat Pure Storm Team, 100 square inch frame. We have a Pro Tomcat MT400. I'm really enjoying this machine so far. This is my third racket, I believe. And it's gonna be 58 pounds, polys in the mains, and synthetic gut on the crosses, 58 pounds. And I do have the US Open in the background there. I'm watching the games.
I'll tell you what, if you're hungry, the Korean bowl place is the place.
And it's there's 8 grommets in the bottom, so I believe it comes out, starts out through the throat.
I've had about 4 of those this week. They're so good. You got me beat. I haven't had it though. It's enjoyable. And speaking of enjoyable, Kvitova is enjoying this match. She's serving for a spot in the 3rd round. Couple of breaks this set. Yeah, we had no breaks in the first set. It was really some superb serving from both women, but in this particular set, Petra Kvitova has looked much better on the turn of serve. She broke to go up 3-1, and she just broke in the last game to go up 5-2. So 2 breaks of serve. This seems like it is as over as you can get it the way Petra has served today. That wasn't. No. That was an accident. No, that was just me reporting what I've seen, Pamela. Okay. But as we said, the conditions through the next few days at least, the weather's going to be quite cool-ish for this time of the year. So Petra Kvitova will be enjoying these nice, fresher conditions. Big ace up the middle for Kvitova. That's her 9th. Brings up a couple of match points.
These clamps are a little bit better since it's the 4th time I'm using them. I still think they don't quite, the gravity release mechanism is not quite good yet. I don't know if it's just the way it is, but I just feel the clamps get stuck in the string more often than not, so they don't come down.
Another match point. Wow, terrific return of serve there from Kristina Pliskova. And as we talked about earlier, now you will see Karolina Pliskova, of course the Wimbledon finalist, former world #1, later on this evening.
Sometimes I like to mark, especially in the beginning when the tension is pretty big, with a little dry razor. I can wipe it off easy later. Or as Wes taught me, is just hold the string, and yeah, no slippage.
Yeah, it's just not as solid as Karolina is from the baseline, and that's really the reason why her ranking isn't as anywhere near as good as her twin sister, Karolina. 3rd chance to wrap this one up. We can actually hear the Howard University marching band on Armstrong, on Louis Armstrong. Louis would be ecstatic to be hearing that right now. Just a little perplexing. Double faults coming in these moments. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is. Always difficult to finish off a match because you have to try and detach from the outcome of that point, knowing that you're so close to being in the locker room. Reset.
Go to the other side.
Pick your best serve right now. Again, you just see the face there, Pam, just kind of resetting, trying not to think about the outcome at this point, go through the motions. Don't rush. 4th chance, like you did last one. Yep. Hour and 19 minutes. always done well at the U.S. Open. She'll like these less humid conditions. And big serve, you always have to watch where she is in the draw.
Absolutely. She will go through, and no one likes to play Petra. If she's serving well, as you said, Tammy, on these quicker courts, she will be difficult to beat as the conditions stay the way they are. She will be a tough out, and of course, going into her next round.
Let's take a look at the women's draw brought to you by J.P. Morgan Wealth.
And of course, as I was just talking about, it's not going to get easier, as it isn't against any opponent in the women's draw these days. Maria Sakkari, of course, came so close to being in the final of the French Open, and the person that beat her in that match went on to win the French Open. And Krejcikova, she's still in the draw. Pavlyuchenkova came through in a really tough match today. So the women's draw, Krejcikova beating Dosa is a big surprise for a lot of people, but as I said, Krejcikova so good as well.
All right, well, Pavlyuchenkova, she won a gold medal in the mixed doubles in the Olympic Games. Speaking of gold medalists, I believe gold medalist from Tokyo is with Chris McHenry and Alexander Stevenson. Chris?
Renee and Pam, thank you indeed. Belinda Bencic, gold medalist forever. That must sound great. When you walk on the court, what is that like to hear gold medalist?
It's amazing, and I still feel like it didn't sink in yet. I'm still kind of very happy about it already, but it just, I don't kind of realize the consequences, that it's forever and it will just never go away. Like for now, I'm just really happy about it. I'm relaxed on the court, but it's, yeah, I definitely feel like I need a little bit more time.
Yeah, look at that smile. Look at that shot.
Yeah.
Well, Belinda, it's not been your tennis. I've been watching your last two matches, and when you went to the Olympics, what was your experience like? Were you in the village? Were you in the hotel?
No, I was in the village, so that was definitely a great thing. I would always do it again because it was so exciting, and you know, like we were hunting the pins.
I was just
like,
gonna say, did you
shaking it.
hand out pins?
It was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I had so many with Vicky. We were like really on a hunt.
How many did you get?
Like 70, 80. Yeah.
Wow.
It was very cool. We had one really rare one. They had very few athletes, so we got this one. It was Cayman Island, I think. Very pretty one. It was like a turtle.
Oh,
So that's cool. But no, I mean, just the whole experience of like being in the gym, like in the Olympic Village, and just like in the food hall, and just seeing all these like different athletes, like the different day they have and what they do and everything. It was so exciting. So for me, all the things I heard from the Olympics, like I kind of like got to experience now. So that was great because I missed Rio because of an injury, so I was super sad. So now I was very happy to kind of make it happen in Tokyo.
Yes, it was your first Olympics, and then you get the gold medal. I mean, you can't have a better 2 weeks than that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't expect that, of course, you know. I mean, for me, it was a big kind of goal or like a dream to even be an Olympian, like get to play the Olympics one time. And then, yeah, just every match by match, it kind of like went good. And then I was just feeling great. Like the whole experience had so much positive vibes, and I didn't have time to think. I was just really enjoying, and I was actually overwhelmed for the whole week. So yeah, I think that kind of drove me into the good matches.
And good results. 11 of your last 12 matches, victory. In the women's game, it seems like any week could be anyone's week for a tournament win.
Yeah.
How do you apply the good vibes, the confidence, and everything that came with the Olympic Games now to the hard court season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it gives you a lot of confidence. Obviously, when you know you can win a big title or a big tournament and you feel like your tennis is on, then you definitely like feel like your homework is done, you know, on the practice court, when you just feel great and everything. So for sure it helps, but in women's tennis, like it's never like guaranteed you can win. Even in the first rounds of a tournament, it's just like anyone can really beat anyone. And I just also really feel like all the players are playing really good, even in the first rounds, and especially when they're an underdog, they can kind of relax and try to win against the good ones. So it's always dangerous, I would say, and always someone else wins. So I always feel like the one I picked to win the tournament never wins, and it's just no one really is the favorite. Like anyone can just win.
So start picking yourself.
Yeah, I mean that would be good. But
You're one of my picks.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, today I watched your match, and you had 78% first serves and only 8 unforced errors. Tell me what you did to work on your serve, because I've seen the transition of your serve. You've got a little more pop on it. Your spots are perfect. At least the last 2 matches, I was really impressed.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's definitely a big thing. I'm working all my career. For sure, I felt like I can prove that a lot, improve it, and yeah, I'm just happy it's going well. I mean, sometimes the serve is also, you know, a daily form or how you feel, and sometimes it's just off. So I feel like it's a lot about the rhythm as well. So really been working on the rhythm and also on the speed a little bit, but yeah, I think it's just important to serve smart as well, not just power.
Serve smart, exactly. So do you go out on the practice court like I like to do and put up your targets and do T center wide and then some kick serves?
Exactly.
You do
I mean,
10, 10, 10? How many do you do?
Not 10. I'm not as good as you. I do, I don't know, 3, 3, 3 maybe.
3? Oh, come on. We got to bump it to like
Yeah,
6.
but then you can't leave the practice court unless it's done. So.
Oh, exactly. And you got to get all the targets.
Sometimes you hit it fast, but sometimes you're there forever.
Yeah.
I like this. You leave on a good note, no matter what, right? Leave on a good note. This is your favorite Grand Slam, I'd imagine, and certainly where you've had your best results, semifinal appearance. What does that do for you when you come to a venue and you get on the big courts and you say, it's comfortable here?
Yeah, I mean, here I had my first big kind of experiences and big wins and like first quarterfinal and then first time semifinal. So it's good memories here, and you know, I feel like you carry that to the court as well. And especially when you kind of played on a big court already a couple of times, it feels comfortable and it feels like it's not new. So for me that helps a lot, and for sure, I mean, I really love New York, so it gives me a lot of energy and like good vibes as well. So I feel like even off the court I feel very good, and I think that's important for me as well. So
Skip
I come here
one
very
here.
Well, best of luck.
Thank
Such
you.
a pleasure to talk with you. Belinda Bencic joining us at the Fountain, or the Practice Pavilion, presented by American
This is
Express.
going to be the
We're
knots. I'm
continue
trying to
getting back
save the
inside
space there for the
Stadium Court with
cross
Marcel
tie off.
Gilbert. It's only the second round, but Zverev is sending quite a message to the field. That score is coming up.
Over the years, Mercedes-Benz has patented thousands of safety innovations, crash tested so many cars we stopped.
Then my Tomcat has the knot setting, which I'll use when we get there. Now I'm going to go to the other side.
We've introduced airbags, side curtain airbags, and now the first ever rear-mounted front impact airbags. All in the hope that you never need any of it.
Crash Assist, our signal app can tell when you've been in a crash and can send help if you want it. It's new and one of many Farmers Policy perks. Also, our signal app can save you up to 15% on your auto insurance. That's really something. Get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy perks. Good girl.
We are farmers.
Clamps are getting better. I did clean them again. It helped. They're sliding a little bit better, but I think it needs more use. I wouldn't say it's not even the track, it's more the clamp itself underneath. It's pretty irregular.
Finding your new favorite spot.
Before I tie off the knots, I'm gonna
You really have to try this, kid.
weave a few crosses. That's gonna be synthetic gut.
Access to sought-after restaurants. One of the many reasons you're Amex Platinum.
U.S. plastic packaging every day. At Grove, we think it's time for plastic to pack it up. Our products are sustainably powerful and help solve the single-use plastic crisis. By 2025, Grove will be 100% plastic free. Get a free starter set and free shipping at Grove.com.
Still.
Put Medvedev second.
Okay, let's try that again.
Those guys.
I had to break, but I think I was just doing the top three crosses before I tie off the knots, correct? Still not good at weaving, so yeah, I try my best here.
I know when they were going over,
but
the scouting report,
still
talking
using
about
the
almost,
bead.
and his training and everything like that. At some point, Sasha would have probably brought up, man, do I remember that 6'1", 6'0" height he gave me in altitude? Got a little payback coming to that.
Yeah, he's just rolling along, no dip in focus or concentration, and a game away.
And it's just the 3 top crosses. It's kind of easier to go through before I tie off the knots.
This is tennis too. Good morning.
It's my first time.
Not mine.
And there.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. A few million miles later, and voila. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
With the Chase mobile app, you can ace your money moves. Like track your spending on the go with a daily snapshot of your finances. When it's time to pay for those tennis lessons, use Zelle to send and receive money on the fly and access it instantly with no fee. Keep an eye on the ball and your investments with JP Morgan. Trade on the go with no commissions and no minimums from almost anyone. Wherever you're watching the US Open, you can do more with the Chase mobile app. Chase, make more of what's yours.
HBCU day here at the US Open. Guy in the Howard football jersey. DJing out there just outside of Arthur Ashe Stadium.
You ever done one of their games? Like, or had game day there?
Well, we've been to some HBCU games, but not one involving Howard.
Deion Sanders is now coaching in that league.
And then George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something tells me they're going to get a little rivalry going.
Well, it's been a mismatch from the start, and the lefty has been flying forehands all over.
I don't need much here, but
no answer for Zverev's
I'm still starting learning, so I want to use the enough for the machine to pull that cross. So all right, so now I'm ready to pull my knots for the mains. Let's go ahead and use the knot function.
I mean, even Fed would be like, man, nice effort here. You finished him up that quick.
And if you are correct, and Zverev was embarrassed by a thumping that he took when he's 16 years old, a long way from home on clay against a guy in the top 100. This one is a much more public humiliation on a much bigger stage.
He probably would have thought in, 2-3 years after that match, considering, how long he's been in the top 50 and played so many tournaments around, he would have gotten another shot against him. And I'm sure he's happy he got the opportunity.
Well, he also would have loved getting this draw, and he loved the way that he's playing. He dismissed Query routinely, and coming into this set, he played 6-2, 6-1, 6-love, and now a 5-2 lead in his last 4 sets at the Open.
He's only dropped, in the Olympics, he dropped 1 set to Novak when he was down a set and a break, and in Cincinnati, he dropped 1 set to Tsitsipas. So he's been winning a lot of matches one-sided.
Gold medal, in the title. This will be his 13th consecutive match win, so it's hard to have
sort of more confidence? Will you have better form as you look toward the second weight than Zverev has right now?
So when I watch him, I always think about so goes his second serve, you know, so goes his tennis, so goes his forehand. I watched him practice here about 5 times early.
I'm going to try the
last
Parnell
week.
knot.
It's the best I've ever seen him hitting his forehand in practice. He was
Over.
pounding it.
Removing the slack
You know, and
here.
a couple of days out there,
So
he had
over.
a hitting partner, his
To my
other
right,
coach. I mean, he
under
had some good
through
hitters
the
out there, and he was going through
hoop
guys.
to make that little
Continues to
hitch.
pop the serve and control the double
Then
faults.
again,
3 of them today. 8 aces is a modest total, but he's been
over.
completely dominant.
At the Olympics,
First serve points
And
won
under.
36 of 39
at
today.
the Olympics, at one point, I remember, he had 41 aces, 1 double fault. And just in one match at the Olympics, they lost to FAA, 20 double faults. It's incredible how from one tournament to another, he was able to control.
Sure there's no slack.
That is a line sweeper.
Jack Socker, Alexander Bublik next for Zverev.
I mean, it's opportunity for Sock to get through Bublik, but I'm just not seeing.
Not seeing either guy stopping this one.
No, I'm not seeing either guy. Be really surprised if either guy won a set.
Hour 14 match points now. That's closing time. We're not in Columbia, and I'm not 16 anymore, and we're not on clay.
It's like,
Very quick handshake, and Sasha says that was as easy as it gets.
easy pieces there today. And you know what? You count the sets backwards, down to 15, and that was just beautiful tennis. Put the head down, go to work, focus on practice tomorrow, and next opponent. Moving along.
You go to the gym or practice today after only 74 minutes of work.
Well, every once in a while you say that was like a light beer. You know, maybe I better get another. Maybe have a late.
And those are the mains. I'm gonna make another
Visit with Riley Opelka when we come back. His next opponent.
video with the crosses.
Specialist Vila, who's got a 2-set-to-love lead on the ex-Bruin Cressy.
Came back last match from 2 sets to none, and we've seen 8 here, so don't sleep on a 2 sets to none comeback.
Fair point. I won't write him off. Zverev coasting, and we'll hear from Big Riley next.